Okay, so up to now we are starting with in Java programming languages. In Java, it's used everywhere. Basically, if you see that we started with the core Java concept where we done the console based applications. Then we have done desktop based, or you can say that GUI based application. GUI based application. GUI. GUI stand for, what is the full form of GUI? Yes. So the frame that we are creating and all that things. Okay. Now the core Java is also used in web-based application. Web-based. Whenever we called a web-based, there is always a concept of website. Are you aware about the website, right? Have used everywhere, like what exactly the website is and how it is. Can you tell me any website name that you are aware about? RV, you can also tell me Brahmajot, you can also Amazon is a website. Is there anything? So there are many websites actually. You can go to the Google and you can try to search anything. So let me take open my company website. So this is in hummingbyte hmbyte.com. So this is also one kind of website we are doing. Suppose I will use able to. This is also my website. It will take some time to load because it's live on loading from the servers. So depending on the server speed, the website speed is also there. Okay. Or you can try to open anything like in Amazon.com. There are many websites, all are taking times because so many users are busy with to do interaction with that website. So based on time. See, this is a kind of website, pretty good. You can see that this is also my website that I entirely designed. Okay. This is also the kind of website where we are adding images, some titles, some subtitles, icons, the grid, boxes, header, footer. There are so many things we are doing. Even here also you can see that there are many things, sliders. So all these things we have done. Okay. So we have seen many times there are website and all that things are going, but for doing such a website, which technology is used? Which technology is behind this? So you can take any example like that. You can Amazon, like Coding Seeker or Hummingbyte, or you can go with any Netflix, any websites. For doing all the website, there is a common technology used, the base or the core foundation that we can call, and that is nothing but the HTML. Okay, HTML. The HTML stand for hypertext marketing. Hypertext. Okay, HYPER. Hypertext. It is a markup language. Okay, markup language. Hypertext markup language. So basically, the HTML stands for hypertext markup language. It is used to design a web page. Okay, but using only a HTML, you can't do the entire website. With the help of this, we can design static page, static pages. Okay, and to make a coloring it and to make a functionality it, we need to take a support of CSS, that is for adding style sheet, and to make it a functional we need to take a help of JavaScript. So these are all are independent to each other, but everything start within HTML. So that's why I need to first HTML, because if you try to open any page, let's me open that Facebook is a facebook.com is a page. Now you can see that there is a home page and it is creating by using HTML. How we can verify that every page is using HTML? So because if you right click and inspect this page, You can find the code at the right side or left side depending on your browser settings. You can see that there is an HTML. So this entire code is done by HTML and there are different tags. All the tag we are going to study in detail. So now just we need to understand that you can take any website. Every website is done with the HTML code. Okay. So you can see that there is HTML, there is a tag. These are the tags. You can say that there are many different tags are there. That all tags we are going to study in different style. And we start with some basic tags. And after studying all the tag, we are going to combine to design such a page. Okay. Initially, we'll focus just a black and white. Then we can go for the coloring and functional, and then this beautified designs. Okay, we'll go the step by steps. Just for understanding now, you can just imagine that if this is a HTML page and these are the some text which is creating using HTML, then this text must be changed at somewhere, right? So yes, that we can change. You can go there. You can see that somewhere that must be written. You can see that there is a login. See, this is a login name is written. Now instead of this login, if I want to write a don't login, I can write that also. Don't login. Can you see that? It's now don't login. Okay. So that we can change it. Means it is the HTML code as for. Okay. It's saying the create account. Okay, that's working. If I go there again, so it will get refreshed to again to login because we are making a temporary changes, not permanently changes. If we want to make a permanent changes, we need to go there original source code on server and then try to make the changes. So just as of now, just understand you can take any website. Every website is done with an HTML code. Okay, core foundation of this is nothing but your HTML. Always remember this. Then how to start to learn HTML? Okay, why HTML? We are now understanding to design any web-based application. We need an HTML code. Okay, so fine. So just now we get one thing for designing a web page. Web page, we need HTML. Okay, initially we'll use only a HTML, and then we are going to go in details like what thing we need to use, how many tags are there, and how to make a use of that tag. Everything about a web page. So generally, whenever you are considering a web page, that means this kind of page it is, and there are different sections are there. So this thing. If you see that all website at initial level website in 90s or 20s, so there are very basic websites are there. Later on you can see that the latest website that are very modified and very updated ones because that much rich library and the frameworks are in the markets today. So that's why that's very smooth and all this thing. But we'll start with some basic designing and then we can go advanced level. So web page. Before that web page, we need to just understand the basic foundation that where this website work and how exactly it work. Okay, so to execute a website we need some browser. So browser, you have used so many browser up to now. Okay, so basically browser is a kind of software. It's providing us some environment to execute that HTML page. Okay, browser, it's provide environment to execute execute HTML page. Okay. So it is very clear now. We all the systems, all the software is already have a browsers. So there is no need to install an extra software for doing an HTML code, right? A browser provide environment to execute HTML code. It's very clear. So, but only the way to execute HTML code, while you can create any file, save file with .html extension. Okay. If you take any file and save it with a .html extension, that file browser get understand and it will execute entire code based on the tag that you written. That's all. But there are we need to write that code at somewhere, right? There is for writing HTML code, there is no specific editor is there. You can use a notepad, not a problems. You can use a wordpad, not a problems. But there is a very special editor is made for this, and most commonly all the industries and students are using that editor, and that is called VS Code. Okay? It is not that much heavier. It is a lighter. There is no extra setting we need to do. A simple browser. You can see that this is a symbol that called Visual Studio Code. Only this editor we need to write an HTML code and execute HTML code. Okay. So if you have this for software, you can keep it. If you don't have this, we need to install it. But I will tell you both the way, by using Notepad also and by using VS Code also. Yeah. So using a VS Code, we have some advantage because there are some auto suggestion, auto closing tags. So it help us to fix the error quickly. Rather than in Notepad, we need to write all the code manually, need to debug the things syntax manually. That take some extra time as compared to the VS Code. So the better way to have a VS Code, and to download a VS Code, we need to go to the browser and we can write here VS Code edit downloads. Okay. See, this is Visual Studio Code. Okay. Remember that the go don't go with this Microsoft. This is very heavy software. It is around 10 to 15 GB software. And this is some lightweight software. Remember the symbol. This is the symbol of Windows. You can go here the Windows, and there are many installer is there. CLI zip installer. So since just go for the installer. Okay, click over there and start downloading. You can see that the VS Code setup. Let me check how many size it is. I will just save it is, and just for checking size. So around it is 110 MB. Okay, not much heavier. You can easily install it. One second. So it's simple. Once you download it, just double click, next, and the finish. Okay. After the installation, you can see that this symbol we can find here. You can go to the search and type VS Code. Okay, so that symbol is occurs there. VS Code. See, Visual Studio Code. Just double click on that code. This window will be get opened. Okay. So this is React code that I have written, but we can use create different folders and try to do all the codes that we needed. Okay. So this is very first thing that we have to install this VS Code. Initially, I will do some basic program on Notepad, and then later on we can use this VS Code. Okay. Only remember that you can do code at using any platforms, any editor, but that program must be saved with .html extension. Then only browser will come to know this is an HTML code. We need to use that. Fine. So for the running a web page, we need a basic browser. You can use any browser, Mozilla, Safari, this Chrome, any browser. So that website get works. Fine. So there is no extra other software that we need. You can use any simple editor that's going to work. So now the website means we are doing in a website. The website is always is made for other users or multiple users that can use worldwide, right? If I'm making a website and that website is only visible to the me, so that you can call it as a lab so website. We can call it as a software or desktop based software, because the thing that we are doing up to now, for example, the get student result or storing student results, this is a desktop based application. To execute that application we need to open our laptop, then run that file, and after that that software will get open and we'll get the output, right? But website is not a such a thing. Website is just something once we develop we can upload it on a cloud server, and from worldwide at any location we can access that, right? So behind this there are so many things are interestingly work that is called a network. So have you aware about something about a network, what exactly the network is and how exactly this network work? Okay, so for understanding a network we need to understand two three things. First concept is about IP address. Have you aware about IP address? Do you have any idea? No address? Okay, remember. You know what is IP address then? What do you know about IP address? What exactly? Can you tell me? Okay, exactly. Yeah. So what kind of that number, have you any ideas or in your mind your, suppose I want to write, can you tell me some sample IP address? Is that possible to tell? Then how exactly look like? So how the IP address look like? So can you consider this is the IP address? Is that IP address? How exactly it look? I'm just asking, not correct IP address, but something you have idea, na? Ki like it look like this. Okay, no worries. Ah, yes, yes. Hmm. Fine. Let me tell you. Suppose you also you can check your IP address. How you can check? You can go to this command prompt, and which command I need to type here to check IP address? There is ipconfig. Okay, and hit enter. So if I and after typing ipconfig, I hit enter. You can see that there is an IPv4 address you can find. You can see that IPv4 address, right? So this is my PC IP address. Okay. If I develop any web applications and if I want to share that web page, I can able to share on this IP address. But this IP address page only accessible to the those people who are connecting to my network only, right? Basically, this is called as a local address. So this website is accessible only those people who are connecting with my network or my Wi-Fi networks. Okay. Then the question comes, then how this website is globally available, right? Because this website is globally available, there is a reason behind this. The IP address for the global availability, that is called static IP, which is a paid IP. Okay. You have to pay money for that so that it will be never get changed. Okay. In general, what happen if you're using the internet? So while using internet, if you start your internet, you will get assigned one local IP. Then you can start browsing your data from the Google or YouTube at anywhere. If you stop using that phone suddenly and someone other user start internet, it may happen that the same IP that using you earlier, that same IP will be get assigned to the other users. Because that is the public IP that will be keep changing and keep assigning to the other one once you stop using the internet. But such a IP address is not useful for the global accessibles, because every time is IP change, you can't remember that IP. So for that we need to buy the static IP. And some people is not going to remember the IP like 192.168 dot something dot something. This is very difficult. Like if I told you to go to the google.com or facebook.com and that asking for the IP address, that 192.168, so it is very hard to remember. So replace this IP address with a domain name. Okay. So there is a concept called a domain name, and this domain name is done by DNS server. DNS. Just remember basic concept, DNS, domain name server. Okay. So if we see that my IP domain name is what, codingseeker.com. So behind this there is an IP address. That IP address I can't remember. So that's why I taken this domain, so that everyone can access my website using this name. And this name is easily available to the other user as well. Okay. Then the question comes, and who provide this domain name and this IP address? So there are many service providers out there, but that is a paid, it is not free. Suppose you have done the website and now you want to host your website at somewhere. So the very first thing, you need to buy a domain name and the space. So from where you can find the domain name? So there is a website called globehost.com. If you go there and if you go there, you can search the domain name here. And this domain name, if you buy it, it is globally get registered. You will be the owner of that domain. Suppose you have done some website and now you want to host that website on a server. So which website you want to buy? Sorry, a domain name. Like RV have done the website. Now you're interested to upload globally. So which domain you need to buy? Means what comes in your mind? At rv.coms or anything. Pramojot, which domain you can tell? Anyone can tell me. Well, let's try to find whether that domain is available or not. So in future you are developing a software and website. Now you may think about that. I will need to upload this my web page on with this name or that. Which name? TDS. Why TDS? No, the short form is a very costly TDS. But let's check whether it is available or not. Okay. Dot com is not available. Dot in is also not available. See, every domain is not available. Okay. So there are many users that it always take the good domain name, like Lenskart is not available. So all good names is already taken by somewhere. Okay. Let's check for the RV double ARAVI, right? Is that correct? No, sir. What missing? A after double AR, like this. Okay, let's check whether this name is available or not. rv.com is an unavailable. No, your name is not available. Okay. But this kind of something is there, that rv.site is there. Okay, but the .com is not there, .in is not there. So all good domain is already taken. Okay. But if there is something available called rv.club, you can buy this also. Okay. So some extra things are already taken. Okay, you can try to search it by your name, like Brahmajot. Can you spell out Bramhmjot? Okay, Brahm. Brah. Correct? Okay, let's check whether it is available or not. Mm. Okay, the Brahmajot, the lucky thing is that the dot in available. Okay, but the dot com is already taken. Means you can take the Brahmajot dot in if you want. But it is a paid, it is not free. It is a per year you need to pay fine 99 plus GST. So around it cost to the thousands or 1100 per years. But it is depend in future if you develop a good website and then you want to go within online, so you can buy it. Okay, and whenever you want to buy some domain, you can always connect with me so that we can do that process as well. Okay, but now we'll focus on learning, because before learning I want to just create an environment that from today we are started with the web based applications where you need to design such a websites. Like you can say that this is my website where I added all my portfolio, my YouTube lectures, this my YouTube channel names, the guest lecture that I have done, the workshop, all the colleges, universities, and the computer science, and everywhere. Like workshops and lectures are there. So you can also design your website in a such way. But we'll start with very basic and common minimum requirement things, and then step by step you are building. It will take a lot of time, 1.5 minutes, so many time it will take. But nobody will completely develop this. And apart from this, there are so many free hosting providers also there. Initially, you can use your free domain names, and now your website should be there live with the free domain as well. No worries. Okay. After 1 month, you can able to develop your own websites, and we are targeting this. So in this new year you should have your own website, and that is also live server. Okay, so accordingly that we need to practice. And thing is that you are not giving such a time to practice. Okay, like you should give some time, because you are learning so many good things at early stage, and that is your biggest advantage. So give some time to practice yourself, at least half an hour or to 1 hour, not extra times, because you're already in a school, the school homework, exams. There are many things are going on, I know, but at least 1 hour max to max you can give some extra time to build. Okay, because this thing not take much time to practice, so it is easy one. So whatever a task I provide from tomorrow, you should complete within that times. So the best thing, if I tell you what you should do, whenever we have class time like a 9:30 or 9:45, just join 15 minutes before and 20 minutes before. Come your own rooms and try to figure out what we have done yesterday and try to complete that. Okay, so that no backlog will be there. Otherwise, we'll keep lecture will be keep going, and you will be get many backlogs, and to cover that things it will take such a times. So the interest is also not there once we have spent a lot of time in previous tasks. So better way to do the task simultaneously, so interest will be keep remains as it is. Fines. So you're getting the now next target is to be designer such a website, and that starting will be do with an HTML code. Okay. So now your job is to be download this VS code and start this. Okay. So let me create a very first page of ours. Just I will one demo and then we can stop. So I will do some basic. I'll open this website. Okay. So just remember, I'm just using this. What exactly this? Why I'm using this? All things, all the things I will explain later on. But as of now, just remember, this is some attack. This is my FIR first web page. Okay, I write that. What exactly H1 and all that thing. That all things in detail we are going to learn. But as of now, I'm just creating a first page. So I created that. I'm saving that file, suppose on desktop with TT. Remember to select all files here, and I'm writing the example like HTML extension is important. Save it. So this is our first web page. Only I added the h1 tag and this closing h1 tags. Okay. All this detail we are going to learn. As a first example, I'm creating this. So I'm just writing this is my first web page. This h1 and this h1. This is HTML tag, which is called heading tag. So that file we have saved on our desktop, you can see that there is a tt.html file. You can able to find where we added that tt. Yeah, so this is, let's open this, you can see that. So this is our first web page that we have created. So it is not that much harder. You can see the code. It is simple code, not much complicated. Okay. Just need to save this file with the .html and just run that HTML files. Okay. So at least do this page today. So they can, there's indication that we have started with HTML. But later on, we all these things we are going to do on this VS Code only. Okay, not on like this, because all the files will be stored at same place and running file also is easy. There is no need to open the browser again. There is a direct option is there, go live server. With the help of that, we can run that page as well. Okay. So everything in details like how to create a file, how to store a file, that everything we can start from tomorrow. Just as we have started today, so I created the first page of HTMLs. Okay, and all tags step by step we'll start learning from tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow will be at 9:30 and things will be goes on smoothly. Fine, so see you tomorrow. HTML stand for hypertext markup language. Okay, why it is called a hypertext? Because if you check the world first website or web page, you'll come to know world WRLD world first web page or website. So you can see that this is our world first website, infocrn.ch. It is a live. If you go there, you can find this very a simple and example of a first website where only the text and the hyper means a link is get used. So that's why it's called hypertext languages. Okay. There is only a link and text. Link and text. If I go for the browse first website, you can see that the link will be get open. These are the hyperlink and these are the titles. So this is our world web first website. See how it look. It's very simple. This kind of simple website anyone can make now. Just adding a hyperlink and text. Hyperlink, text, and paragraphs. Only three tags are used here. First is a heading tag, paragraph tags, and the hyperlink. That's all. Okay. So it's very pretty and simple example that first website is done using only the hypertext like this. That's why they initially called as an hypertext. Okay. Remember this, it's very interesting. The world first website name is what info.cern.ch. Home of first website. After clicking this, you will get all the information in text format only. Right. So this now need a lot of things. Now we are going to study a different tags. Yesterday we have done about the installation part that we need an VS code for the doing a HTML code. So what we can do, we can create one folder and within that folder we'll try to start all the codes. So the very first thing I will create one folder and name is as SCHOOL school HTML. Okay, and open it. I will open this folder, right click, open folder and select that folder, whatever you have created. See the current file. Now, click over here. The first file name, suppose FIRST, always use extension as .html. Okay. So to start with an HTML, you need to start with some tag. Tag means the tag written like this. This is an opening tag and this is a closing tag. Okay. Any tag that you open, that tag must be get closed. Open tag, close tags. Okay, so very first thing is begin with a body tag. Then that tag should be get closed. So I'm closing like this body. Before that, we need to write the tag of HTML, end of HTML. But this HTML must be end at the end only. This body tag. And all the code should be written within this body. So today we are going to learn about some tags that is called heading tag. So there are 6 heading tag. This is heading. This is H1 head. The H1 is an highest size head. There are total 6 heading tags. H1, H2, H3, H4, H5. H1 is an highest heading tag. Yesterday we have done some basic one program, but we are running that program in writing code in the notepad and running with the help of browser after double click. But in VS Code, you can install one extension that called a live server. Okay. So how to install this? There is an extension or manage option. Click on this, go to the settings and search here. Here is the extensions. In that extension, you have to search for live server. Screen is not visible. Okay, let me share my screen. So up to now, you have not seen anything, right? Okay, this is world first website. You can check it out, which is created only by writing the hypertext and the tags, HTML tags. That's why it's called as a hypertext language. See, only the hyperlink and the heading and paragraphs, nothing else. Simple things they are using. See, perfect. So yesterday we have done some basic programs. Only heading one program we have done, but now we are using VS Code for writing the code. Okay. I have created one folder called school HTML. I have opened the folder over here. Okay. And I have created one file that is first.html. Code must be begin with an HTML tag, body, and within that body you can write the code. So this is a heading 1. There are 6 heading, H1 to H6. H1 is a larger in size. Now to run this file, we need to go in that folder and after clicking on double click on that browser, the code will be run. So instead of doing the same thing again and again, VS Code having one extension. So for that, click this icon. There is extension and the type live server. Okay, see, after you can see like this button and click on this button, so it will be the get installed, and you can see here I have one option that is go live. After clicking on this go live, the web page will be get run. See, so this is, you can see the size of this head one is a bigger. So there are total 6 heading tags are there, like in H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. So every tag that you have started, that must be get end. Okay, remember that. H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. So the H1 is the highest in size and H3 is the lowest in size. Remember that. 3, 4, 5 and 6. I can see that this is the highest size and this is lowest size. Okay. So do you have installed the VS Code, right? You have VS Code in your laptop, right? Okay, now you can install it. After installation, add this extension and do this first programs. Okay. Today Arvi is also not there, so we are not going to take much of this because she is completely new in that. You already know some basic HTML and CSS tags, so it will be not harder for you. But she get me trouble. So rest of thing will take tomorrow. Okay. HTML. So in last session that we have done, what is HTML, why it is used, where it is used. We have done some basic understanding of the HTML. And yesterday we have taken the tags of H1 tag. So just shortly revise. The HTML is a web page hypertext markup language where it is mostly used to design of web pages. Okay. So yesterday I had also shown you that world first website. You can see that it is simply made up of a text and hyperlinks. Okay. So this is a website where you can see that infocern.ch. It's a world first website which is designed in early 90s. So it is just a simple text and a hyperlink. Text and hyperlinks. So this is only the reason that it is called as a hypertext language. Okay. And the second is it is full form of HTML is a hypertext markup language. Hypertext word come from the first website where it's just hyperlink and the paragraph is there. The second word is a markup. The markup means some tag based programming. Okay. So in HTML, there are two type of tags are used. The first tag is a greater kind of symbol, less than symbol. This less than symbol is called as the opening tag. Okay. The second one is what? Greater than tag. This is like this. And this is your closing tag. CLOSING closing tag. So in HTML, every open tag must be get closed. If it is not closing, then it will print the text as it is. It will not consider as an HTML tag. Okay. First thing. So which are the basic tag we needed to execute the HTML code? The very simple code we needed. For example, the first tag should be your HTML. Either you can write uppercase, lowercase, or the mix up of uppercase, lowercase. All things are acceptable. Okay, there is no restriction. This is the opening tag. After that, you can write here a body tag and end of a body. And everything we have to do within the body itself. Okay, this is also remember body tag, and at the end you can close HTML. Remember the sequence. HTML, within the HTML there is a body, and within the body we have all the tags that we are going to use. Every time we have to write such a kind of things. Okay, and here we can write the tag whichever we want to. So yesterday we have done some basic heading tags. So there are 6 heading tag right from H1 to H6. H1 is a considered as highest size, or you can say that a large size, LARGE, large size. Okay. We'll study a step by step one tag. H1 is the large size, and there is the last one is nothing but H6, which is the smallest size. So we basically there is some mistake done. H6 means it's considered the largest size, but it is totally reverse. H6 means the smallest size that we have. Okay. So do this program, we need a VS code. See, the VS code firstly you need to install. After installing VS code, just create one basic folder at any locations. As yesterday we have created a one folder called school HTML. So go to the HTML, open that folder, and here is the option to create a file. First file we have created called first.html. The file extension should be HTML. Fine. So this is a code that we have written h1, h2, h3, h4. These are the heading tag. H1 is the highest size and h6 is the lowest in size. So we have done this. Now if you run this file, there are two options. The first one, you can go to that particular folder where this browser file will be created. If you double click on this file, our code will be get run. You can see that the h1 is a larger size and h6 is the smallest in size. So these are the heading tags. Okay. But every time to write a code and go to that file folder and double click on that file, so it will take a lot of time. So instead of that, this Visual Studio Code is very professional editor. Many professional web developer use this. Okay. So how to enable server here? So enable to server here. There is an setting tag. Go to this settings. Okay. Then you can see that there is an extension tag. Go to that extension, and within that extension you can search live server. Okay, so the live server extension will be enabled and you have to click on install. I have already installed, so that is not available installed, but it is once you install, it will look like this. Where you can find this whether installed or not, you can see that at the below here, the go live option will be enabled. So every time I don't need to go to that particular folder and open double click on that file. Again, after writing this code, I can simply click here go live. So it will automatically redirect to me that page. So it will save some time for us. Perfect. Got it? The first program, you getting now what we are doing now. All the steps, and it is as a first programs. Hello, are you there? Fine. So it is very first programs. Initially, if you don't have this thing, then also you can do this practice by writing the code on Notepad and only need to save this file with the .html extension. Remember that. Okay, that is more important. Fine. So now the next thing is that this is the first tag called an heading tags. Okay. So now let add something extra here. In between the heading tag and body tag, there is one tag is called as a head tag. Head, Head. Okay, head tag. In head tag, we can write whichever we want to give the heading. For example, there is a title, title, title tag. If you see that this is a title where you can see that this is what first chat GPT, right? Now you can see that what title it's showing. It's something different address it's showing. But if you want to show the proper title, so at that time you have to write that name within this title tag. Okay. So let me give my name here, Suresh. Shivari Suresh. Just Control S. You can see that the title name is we get changed with Suresh. Okay. That is your title tag. Fine. So we are seeing the two tags. First is the title tag, then these are the heading tags. Okay, fine. Let's go for the next tag that is called a paragraph tag. So paragraph means a general paragraphs where you can the group of data is created. For example, I will copy the any paragraph either from chat GPT or something. Let me copy this only. So this is the kind of paragraphs I want to write over here. So what will I do? I'll create one more file. How you create a file? Go to here. This is a file. Create this file. So that it para dot html. Okay, so that is html code. Now here we can write that code. How to begin with the code? Firstly, we have to write HTML. Okay. Then after that, there is a body tag. Within that body, we need to write the thing that we want. Okay. But this editor is not very smart. As it is the first program, so what I'm doing, I am writing all the thing manually. But later on, this code is a compulsory needed. So what this editor does, you should have to just write the exclamatory marks, okay, and hit enter button. Okay. So as soon as you can add the exclamatory marks and the enter button, this while operated code is get generated because we need every time these things. Okay. So that's why you can see that the code is generated. I will explain you what about this code. How we are generating? Just writing exclamatory marks and this code. Okay. Let me write some basic heading here. H1. This is paragraph demo. Let me run this. See, this file is now running. This is paragraph tag. We are not use a paragraph tag, just I'm running this program whether it is running or not. So that part. Okay. And one more thing I will tell you, it is suppose if I'm not writing anything, no HTML, nothing, nothing. I'm just using directly this tag. So now tell me whether it will run or not. Is that correct code or it will show the errors or something? What do you think? According to you, this tag will run or it will show error. What will happen? It will show an error. Brahmajot, what is your answer? It will work. Without body tag and header tag, the HTML will work. Okay, so the answer is it will work. Okay, I'll tell you the why. If I run this file, it will work the same as the below. Because reason is that why it is work. The browser is compatible to execute the HTML code. It will work only because of the file name extension is .html. So whenever you are running this code, if you right click here and make it as an inspect, you can see the code is automatically generated in the background. Let me show you something code here. Okay, here it's not, but the Chrome, let me check it on Chrome. Every browser internally generate that code. Okay, you see that, I'll right click it, inspect. In the background, can you see here in the right side, right? As it is get generated, heading, body tag, all the body tag. Though we are not writing anything, the browser automatically understand as it is an HTML code, so it will generate that code automatically. Okay. So reason I will why I'm telling this, because every time we are focusing that you are not written body tag, you are not closing body tag, so it is an optional. It is automatically created, and by the way, we can create it by direct writing exclamatory marks and the tab. Okay. So where this tag represent your this is document is an HTML type. The HTML now this is L stand for the language and the EN stand for the English. Sometimes there are many websites which are in Marathi and Hindi or many local languages. So for that, at that time they can use their own formats. Like it may be a Marathi, HI, and Hindi or everything. Okay. So to understand that character set, you need to specify some format. Like in UTF-8 is standard for the general English characters. That's the reason why it is writing UTF-8. And 90% websites are in English. because it is commonly understood by all the users or the peoples who are living in Earth. So that's why the most commonly you can find EN and UTF-8s. Okay. This is a character set which browser will understood. Fine. So now these are the some extra data. Metadata means data about the data. Something extra data you can use with the help of this. Okay. So it is optional as earlier stage. If you not write this thing, still it going to work. Okay. So this is a contain. It is device width height. We can adjust accordingly, but it is keep as it is. Don't touch this code. It will run proper manner. Fine. Fine. And this is the title. As you can see, the file title will be as a document. Now, if we run this file, the title we are given. Na? Let me run this once again. The title is what? Document. The title should be look like a document. See, so this is a document title. Okay, we remove that H1 tag. Now, that's why not writing anything. I get stuck like it is look like a blank because the heading tag is get removed. Now we just created an this tag only. So write exclamatory marks in the tab. Fine. And you can write the all the things that you want to write. So H1 tag we have done. Now I have to work with an paragraph tag. So that's why we have copied some paragraph. So paragraph tag use p tag and write paste that copy. Okay. Where we have copied this. So this is a paragraph. Login, see if you quality for the faster response, higher full upload the limits and expand this. So this is a paragraph simple. If you open that file now, you can see that there is a paragraph is generated. Okay. So this is called a paragraph tags. So the many website need to have this paragraph tags to store a larger text data. Use this paragraph tags. Fine. Now we can experiment so many things with this tag. Okay. So let's start with some basic tags. You may see in that there are many website where some important words are not get highlighted. So that may be the bold or that may be the get underlined or something special. Okay. So let's imagine that I want to bold the word quality and the faster. Okay. So whichever the word if you want to make a bold, use that in a B tag. Okay. So there are simple tags. B tag stand for bold, bold. There is an I tag. I stand for italic. Okay, and there is after that italic. There is one tag U stand for underline. UNDERLINE. Okay, so let's use one by one. I want to make a bold that is quality and the faster. So whichever the word you want to make a bold, write a B tag over here. Within that B tag and closing B tag, you have to write that word. Like I want to make quality as a bold. Now, if you run this paragraph, you can come to know this quality will now look bold. Okay. And one more thing we want to highlight that is called faster. So for the faster also, we can use this B tag. B tag faster. See, now there are two words as push. Okay. Apart from this, I want to make italic for the file upload word. Okay. So what we can do, we go here, we will write I tag and end of the I tag for file upload. This file upload. Ooh, right here italic tag. I cut this and use. Now you can see that the file upload is now what? This. Get italic. I want to make that underline as well. So for that, you can use U tag. U tag stands for underline. I want to make italic as well as underline. So end of it. You can see that. One extra tags that we are using. This is it is italic as well as underline. Fine. This is for L bold, italic, and underline. Apart from this, some words are now gets highlighted. So I want to highlight this higher word. So go there. There is a tag called mark. M-A-R-K. M-A-R-K mark. This higher. So default color is yellow. This is get mark. So basically the HTML tag is for the paragraphs or is for the website design. So all the possibilities they are providing, something want to bold, italic, underline. As you can see that the World Fest website, so it is similar like this only. Okay. They use only basic two tags. First is a paragraph tags and second one is an italic tag. Okay. Sorry, paragraph and hyperlink. Hyperlink stand for if I click here, it will open another page. This is a heading tag, this is a paragraph tag, and this is a hyperlink tag. Three things only. Okay, that we have done now. So we are going to use hyperlink also, but not now. We are going to use that. So before this, we are getting the H1 heading tags, and this is a paragraph tags. Within the paragraph tags, we do many experiments like we can make it italic, underline, and the bold, and the marks. Okay. And even though sometimes you can see that there are many websites, they will show like it is now. If you see that there is a 12-month. Okay. So sometimes you can see that they are making the cross and making some other words. So that also you can do. For that, what you can do, the word you can write here in the del, del, del. Del stand for kind of deletion kind of things. Like it make it as 18 instead of this 12. Now, if you see this paragraph, you come to know something is changed. See, for the next 12 months, it is get dash and it is become now 18. So now it will be free for the 18 month, not for a 12 month. Okay. So you are doing some experiments that are working fine. Paragraph, italic, underlines, all these things. You're getting perfect. This is a simple text, not much complicates. You can try. Okay. Firstly, we do this, practice this paragraph, and we now go for some more tags because it is not that much harder. You can see that there is no such a logical program. It's a simple a tag, and you can just make a use of that tags based on your need. Okay. Let me share you the screenshot so that you can have all the tags for the things that you are showing here. Del, mark, italic, bold, and underline. So five tags together we have used. So that is important one. So let me share the screen, send the screens and this. Fine. Now go for the some more tags. So the paragraph tag done. Now we'll go for some other tags. Which are the other tags? Now we'll go for the listing. Okay. List.html. The extension should be HTML only. Okay. I'll add exclamatory marks in the tab. Okay. There are now two type of list. Listing tags. So list tags stand for the data. List means it is li stand list. List end of list. List end of list. And before this, there must be some type called as a order types. Okay. Order types. There are two type of listing. First is an unordered list, UL. And second is an ordered list. Unordered list is listed like an small a b c d, capital a b c d. Ordered list should be listed with a 1 2 3, or it's a Roman 1 2 and 3. Okay. For that we need to specify the types. Sorry, unordered list is not using this abcd. Unordered list is using dot, it's a circle or a disk. Ordered list use either small abcd, capital abcd, 1 2 3, or this italics. Okay, let's understand by it practically. Now I will generate one ordered list. Okay, so I write ol. An ordered list, in ordered list you have to specify the type. You can see that there are some types. If you selected the one, then list would be the 1 2 3 4 5. If you select a capital A, then it should be a capital ABCD. Small a for stand for small ABCD. Capital I stand for the Roman capital and small Roman. Okay. So let me use now 5 1. Yes. Okay. And within that you have to make a list. Li. So list, end of list. 1 2 3 4. So let me write some name. Suresh. Suresh. Go below. Ramesh. Let's go below. Plus. Okay. Jesh. Now we see this file. Let me run this. Initially, I have to stop the previous programs and click on this. See, this is an ordered list. You can see that this is a list. I can give the title over here. Let me write an H3. Friend name list. FRIEND. Friend name list. FRIEND is friends name list. Right, capital. So you can see that there is a name list that we are having. And now we are having as a sequence of 1 2 3, because the type of ordering is what? 1. If you want to make it as a capital ABCD, then use a capital A. You can find there is a capital ABCD. If you make it as a small a, then ordering should be a small ABCD. Apart from this, if you want to make it as a small I, then it should be a common lower Roman. If you want to make a capital I, then it should be a less. Okay? Apart from this, there is a no listing. Okay. In case of ordering. But if you want to make unordered list, okay, so you can copy the entire thing as it is. So let me give some, instead of the friend list, what I can do, I can write here state list, STAT, state name list. But I want to make it as an unordered types. So I'll make it as an UL type, unordered types. So here the type is disk or square, DISC, disk. The list, suppose Maharashtra, I'll write the short name. Okay. Maharashtra, Gujarat, Karnataka, Punjab. EN. If you see that the list of this unordered is nothing but kind of circle list. This circle list. Okay. And there is one more option called a disk and the square. SQUARE square. Okay. Now I can see that this is a square icon. Fine. So this is called ordered list. In ordering, there are many variations. Either you can write 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C, D or anything. Accordingly, it get listed. And the second is called an unordered list. There is ordering not important because this circle or square, there is no ordering. But if you see this, there is something A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3 Romans. There is such a order is maintained. So that's why it's called an ordered list and it is an unordered list. You got this thing that we are doing? Okay. So I will give you one task. You have to complete it by tomorrow. Okay. So the task is very simple. Let me show you, share you the screenshot first. Okay. This. Okay. Screenshot. Fine. You have to create one menu card. Fine. I'll tell you how it look like. The task is very simple. You have to create one menu card like this. Menu card. In menu card, you can write here uh, menu type. That should be the heading tag. Okay. In heading, what you can write the suppose veg. Okay. And after that, I need the list for the veg. Okay. And after that, we can write. Sorry. Yeah, you can mention the price as well. No problem. Okay, that also you can do. Like as like we are writing your name, and if you want to write some age as well, so you can write age also, like age colon something 32 and something. So it will automatically get added, right? You can give the space. Later on, we are going to study the table tag as well. So as of now, just we are making one single kind of list. So where you need to have just create one heading tag. It should be the menu card. Then there is a sub tag is suppose heading is a veg. So you have to list some veg tag like paneer, anything, the vegetable foods. Okay, mushroom and all that. After that, you can have a non-veg where the chicken, fish category comes. After you can write some starters, some juices. So little little bit things which will reproduce all this sample that to then we have done. Up to now that we have done. Okay. Within that you can write here note, and that note should be using a paragraph tag that we already done. The note should be the anything. Okay, please visit again and maintain clean and be quiet and calm. You can either it by make a use of this tag, either you can highlight some word, either you can underline some word. Okay, so that you can make a combination of all the things that we have done within these two files. Okay, getting? So that what happen, you can practice this simultaneously, so it will be not be like burdens. Okay, understood task. I will share you this sample file. But remember this sample file, if you try to run directly, it will work like a browser output. Okay. If you want to see the code behind this, so you need to, after downloading, you have to right click on and you can write open with notepad or some other editors. Okay. If you write directly, it will open look like this. Okay. So better way, I will share you all the sample code that we needed for, like this is an list tag. Okay. So I will share you the list tag, order and unorder. And I already shared you the other code as well. Okay. You got the task. Okay. It's just 10 to 15-minute jobs. Understood? So the very first program that we have done the about heading tag. See the sequence what you have to follow. The very first thing, you have to create one folder at any location. Either it may be a desktop, in document, downloads, and everywhere, anywhere. Like this folder. Open this folder in VS Code. So open the VS Code first. There is an option file open a folder. So select your folder. This will be your folder. And within that folder, you have to create all the files. That is the first file that you have created. And to run this file, we have this extension, go live extension. If you don't have this extension, then you have to go for that particular folder and then double click on it. Okay. So, but recommended is that use that live server so that it will be run directly like this. Okay. These are the heading tag that we have seen. After that, we done the paragraph tags. Within the paragraph tag, we have done many options. Like you can see that the italic is there, a bold, underline, mark, del, and all that things. Okay, so this is paragraph tags where different tags we have included. The This is a bold, mark, italic, underline, and the del. Okay, so these are a simple tag which will change the text as per your tags that you use. After that, we have done the list tag where there are two types of listing. OL stand for ordered list, UL stand for unordered list. So in ordered list, there are maybe a capital ABCD or small ABCD, 1, 2, 3, or there is a Roman names like I, as per the Roman series. Unordered list, there are two options, square and the disk. Okay, by default, it is a disk, and rather than it is a. So up to this, we have done. Now the next tag. So the now next tag we going to use that is about hyperlink and the images. How to add image in HTML that we are going to see. Okay. So let's start. I'll create one more new file. I will say that img or href dot html file. Dot html extension play very important roles. Okay. That is very important. Then after that, create it exclamatory marks or tab. Remember, these are the optional. If you are not providing it, browser automatically understand this is an HTML file. So it will automatically get created all the body tag, HTML tag and everything. But it is get auto generated. So type it. Now the very first tag we are going to see that is about image tag. So image tag means what? If you website any open any web page or website, there is an image is added for every website. Is image content. Okay, you can see that there is an image. So how to add this kind of image in our website? See, this is also the image. This is also the image. So this adding this image, there is a tag called img tag. Okay. If I open this, you may seen that at somewhere we have used an img tag. Okay. So that tag we are going to use to add this image. Okay. So we'll come to know how to add image on our website. The basic tag we have done like in heading tag, body tag, Now we will focus on the image tag. To adding image in a website, image tag is used. IMG image tag. Okay. Image tag need an SRC. SRC stands for the source of image, where your image is used. So we need to pass the image path. There are two, three options to pass an image path. Most of time, so many students, what they do, they will go into the image where they have image, and from that, suppose this is the image, so they are try to add this image path over there. So to get this image part, we need to click on properties. Is there any option for properties? And you can see that there is a path is get generated. Path. See user downloads and all that things. And they are trying to copy this path and they are adding image over there. But what if this images get deleted or this images get misplaced in other folders? So that will create a problem. So the best way to add an image is that whichever the image you want to add, copy that image first. Okay. You have to copy image and go to our folder. All images, anything that you want to create, everything should be within that page only. Okay. So now our image is available on our folder. So if you just try to write that image name, the automatically suggestion will be the comes. See, you can see that sle.jpg. Okay. So just select this. Fine. Now by default, whichever the image you are adding, whatever the size it image have, all the images size will be default based on the image size. If you try to run this file, the default size, whatever it may be image have, all size will be get selected. Means this is the image that we have added and the default size of image is this. So that's why it's showing like this. But we can manage this image by having adding width and size, height and width as per our need. So we can manage that. So for that also there are two property here. We have a width option. Suppose I'm giving width as 100 and there is a height option. Suppose I'm giving height as 100. I will check that image. So image is depending on height and width. So this is a way of adding image. So yesterday someone asked me like, how to add an image. So we can add image like this. For the menu image you may want to create. So you can add menu image on this like this. Okay. So for that you have to create all the images in that your folder and then accordingly you can add images. But sometime what happen, there are many images you need to add in your folder. So if you are adding lot of images, the size will be get very larger. So this is not a best option. Best option is what? Create a separate folder like this. First create a separate folder, give the name as img. Okay, now move that image into this. So that what happen, all the image related things will be available in that image folders. Fine. So it will become some modular. But if you try to run this now file, so it will not going to run. Image is not showing. Though we are using image tag, and in many website you might seen that this kind of image you are finding. So that means that images get deleted or the path is get misplaced. Okay. So like this. But if there is no information is showing what exactly happened. So you can show if the image path is wrong, then there is an one option here, alt. ALT stand for alternative. What do you want to show if there is no image? Something message that you want to show. Uh, no image found. No IMG FOUND found. If we now run this file, you can see that we have an option that no image found. Because currently there is a no image because image is available in img folder. Okay. So for that you have to write the folder name first, then slash. Okay. This is a forward slash. So many students try to add this kind of slash. So it is not work. This is forward slash. And the image is coming, right? Now, if image is showing properly, then alt message will be get skipped. Okay. So image in particular folder, then go to that folders and again add that. Okay. Sometime may happen that is image folder is also available in some other folder. At that time also we have to go for that particular folder first, then folder and then image. Okay. So this is a way of adding images. IMG tag is used. SRC stand for the source from where you are adding image. Always add an image in your firstly copy that image into your folders and then try to add the path. Okay. Alt if the image path is get wrong, so this will be that one. Okay. And the more important, many time image is not shown because we have to strictly follow the name as well as the extension. The JPG, some images are PNG. Suppose assume that here image extension is a JPG and you are giving ad as a PNG, then also it will show the problems. Okay. See, to no image found. Though there is a name you are giving a same image name, but still extension is also a matter. Whatever the extension you have, same extension you need to pass. Okay. So these are the basic mistake done while adding images, but you understood now you have to follow the same extension and the same name. Perfect. So this is what the image that we added. Fine. Hmm. Sorry, screen is not showing. Yeah, so a little bit it is late reflected because in Nasik city there is a winter season and now currently the temperature is 11 here. It's very cold. That may be the reason the net is a little bit slow as compared to other times. But now you can see, right? Now you're seeing able to see the code. Yeah, it I think 2 3 seconds late delivery. No worries. Fine. Now can you able to see the code? Hello.
It's taking maybe it's showing black, then it's after that it will reflect.
Okay. So what we are looking for, we are doing the image tag. We are seeing the different way of adding images with the help of SRC path. Fine. Now the next tag that we are going to see that called hyperlink. Okay. So hyperlink is very important part. The hyperlink stand for the see many time you may seen that somewhere after clicking somewhere you are redirecting to that page. Okay. You go or redirect something after clicking on some path that is done by the hyperlink. Okay. So as in very first lecture I have shown you that there is a world first website, right? It is done by using three tag only. One is a header tag, paragraph tag, and third one is your hyperlink tag. So this is a heading tag, this is a paragraph tag, and you can see this. These are the link tag. See, entire website is done by 3 points only: heading, paragraphs, and the hyperlink. Heading, paragraph, and hyperlink. Okay. Now we are done with the heading tag. We are done with the paragraph tags. Now we have to focus on this hyperlink. So how to create such a link? So creating such a link in HTML, there is a tag called href. Okay. So let me give one heading tag social media. social media website. Okay, which are the social media website? For example, Facebook. So to make a link with the Facebook, there is an option called AHREF, and here add FACE, Facebook. Okay. Now let initially I will add a hash here. If you try to run this file, where our output is this. See, this is Facebook, but it is though I am clicking, but it is not showing anything because we are added hash over there. If you want to open that particular website, for that we have to add link for the Facebook website. So what is the Facebook website link? Facebook.com. So to copy this link, go here. Where is our tag? Instead of this hash, add this Facebook.com. Perfect. In the similar manner, you can create so many tags. Let first check whether it is working or not. So now you can see that there is a Facebook icons. After taking cursor on that, it becoming a link. And after clicking on this link, the website will be get open. Facebook.com. This is a hyperlink. After clicking on something, you are redirecting to particular page. So this is hyperlinks. Okay. So many link you can create like this is an Facebook. Similar you can create YouTube, LinkedIn, many things like YouTube, YOU, UP. Okay. You may open the WhatsApp. Okay. YouTube side. It's YouTube. You can call this YouTube. This link. And there is a WhatsApp also. Maybe that's where WhatsApp. This is the hyperlink that you are creating. See, YouTube, YouTube will be get open. See, perfect. Now go there, WhatsApp. The WhatsApp will be get open. Fine. So this is the hyperlink. That is very interesting. Just click that on link. It will automatically open that particular page. Fine. So two tag we are able to see now. This is image tag and this is an hyperlink tag. Okay. Now one more tag we are going to see, that is called a marquee tag. Okay. The marquee tag is rotate from left to right. So let's say I want to create this by rotating. So add here marquee, MARQUE, marquee tag. Just close this after this website. I can see that the marquee tag, social media website. Okay, you may seen that in many like shops or some malls, they have digital LED where that LED is rotating from left to right or right to left. So this is the tag they have used to rotate this thing. Okay. So now very interesting path we are seeing. We are able to add the images, we are able to create a link, and after clicking on that link, we are redirect to that particular page. Right. So now let's go for another tag. You got the three tags, image tag,
Visual image.
perfect. Are you can able to see?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So now we'll go for let's say a table tag. Okay, the table tag is a very important tag. And once you done the table tag, before that I want to show one more tag that is called a center tag. See, now by default, whatever you're adding, that default is on left side only. Okay. You want to make it as center. So there is one center tag, center, center tag. So it is a get deprecated. Nowadays it is done by the CSS only, but as of now we are using it. So that all the things are comes at a center. Okay. See, now you are getting some variant to design your web page. Last day, until last day, we are only having a list and heading tag and the paragraph tag. But now you are having proper image tag, marquee tag, and the HRE tags. Okay. Let's see the now table tag as well. So let me explain the basic things about the tables. Okay. In terms of HTML, I'm talking about. Okay. The table tag means a simple like this kind of table we have to create. So assume that this is our table like this. Okay. It used many ways. Like I'm currently working on my project, the banking domain project. So you can see that. So some tags over there. See, can you see this? So this is what table tag. We are showing data in terms of table. So now we are very basic table we are going to create, but the terminology will be remain same as you go further. So what things is that here the top level things, the entire this called as a table. So in HTML there is called a table tag, table table tag first. Then whatever the heading we are adding here, like suppose ID, then we are adding a name, then suppose mobile number, and then suppose we are adding email. Okay. So heading, this control Z. We can add a heading tag here like ID, name, email, or suppose mobile. Oh, this is email. Open. So this is called a heading tag. To represent the heading tag in HTML, they are used th. Th stand for table head. And once this done, now you have to add number of records, rows. So let's me add some basic row here. One comma name is suppose ABC, mobile something you're adding, and something there is a email a at g something. So now we have, this is a table tag, entirely tag is called a table tag. Apart from whatever you are heading, that is a table head, and after that these are the table row, and within that table row the data whatever you are adding, that is called your table data. Okay. Now one and this these all are the table data, td tag. td tag. That's all. There are in table, there are basically four tag. One is a table tag, table head, table row, and table data. Okay. So within this row, there are three type of data: one ABC, 848 something. After that, there is second row, third row, fourth row. That TRTD will be based on the number of rows and the number of columns. Okay. Similar structure we can create with the help of this tag. So let's try one basic table we want to create. We'll go here. Very first thing going to use the table tag here. Table tag end of table. Within that table, I want to create some contact detail. So for that, I need to create first row or table heading. Suppose table head. The very first, I'm going to give the ID, then name, ID, name, email, mobile. ID, name, mobile, or you can say that CT. Some basic detail I want to store. Okay. So this is become a heading. Now you can check that there is a heading tag. You can see. See, these are the heading tags. Now within that heading, I want to create a rows, and after that, I want to add a data. So what I will do, I'll go there. Firstly, I write tr table row. Within that table row, I want to add a data. So how can I add a data? TD. First is an ID, the name, mobile, city. Okay. Let me add my name here. Suresh. Then we go for a mobile 84850704453. Then add a city, for example, Nashik city. NASHIK. NASHIK. Nasi. The data is also added. Perfect. You can keep on adding the multiple this TRTD TRTD. For that, you have to create one more TR and one more TD. For example, this is a record number 2. Let me add it and make it as a Ramesh. Blah. Change the address to the Pune. See, second data is also added. But one thing is that, but still there is no border, like rows and column structure. So for that, there is a one tag within that HTML. You have to go for border and add one. See, the table is get created. Perfect. So how we can create this thing? Very interesting. Table tag, table tag, table tag. You can keep adding the table based on this thing. Basic things, table tag. Then after that, table head. Within the table rows, there are multiple table data available. You can keep adding the data as per your table heads. Okay, you understood the table tag?
Yes. Yes.
Fine. So now using this all the tools for like images, hyperlink and the table tag, your job is to create one basic mini project. Okay. And what task it is, let's understand it first, because tomorrow maybe I'm in traveling, so I will tell you about it. It's possible me to take a class or not. But I will give you the one basic project. Right? It is not basic task, it's actually a kind of project. See, uh, we know how to add an image, we know how to create a tables, and as well as hyperlink as well. Perfect. So what we have to do, we have to create one basic project. Same thing, you have to create the HTML tag itself. Like instead of this, you can add ID. Here add the book name, then the book price, and after that book images. And here you can give the option like download. And after clicking on that download button, the book is actually get downloaded. For that, you have to give the book actually a link where the book is available. As of now, you can give the basic reference where book is there, or some tutorial website where book data is find. Okay. Means same thing you have to copy as it is. For example, assume that I have a name, mobile, and city. I want to show the user name, user photo, as well as his website or something else. So what you have to do, you have to add one more column name, like what we added now, the name, mobile, city. Now I want to add a profile image as well. So let me create one more heading tag here, th, and I want to add their profile image, f p r o f i l e, profile. So the structure will get disturbed now because you are adding some profile. So to add a profile, we have to use one image tag. So very first thing, I'm going to use TD. Within that TD, we have to use image tag like an img src. We don't have image now, so let me take one image. Small image I want. So any image you can take, not a problems. Let me take this image. Shisha. I will add this image in image folder. Okay, we know that how to take that image. It's a PNG image. So basically, go there, img slash csr.png. But add height and width as small as possible. So let give me the height is width 50 and width is also 50. Okay, so this same thing I need to add in second tab as well. Again, now run this file. You can see that what we have image, or there is something mistake we have done. Okay, firstly you have to add id first and then image. Okay, first tag of your id and then image tag. Maintain the heading sequence as well, id, profile, name, and all that thing. Okay, here only you need to add there is a link as well. So maybe they have website link, so let me add here website. So one more heading you can add, th website. So for adding website, we need to use hyperlink. So within that TD, within that table data, you can create one link called ahref. Suppose I will add my website, coding Sika, coding coding shik.com, coding sika.com. Okay, so copy that website from here, go to the Chrome, coding sika.com. Okay, I'll just copy this. See, it is unclickable now because we are not adding anything over there. Over there is coding sika. Coding sika. Something mistake done. Perfect. See, now if I click over there, that website will be get opened. Boom. Like this. This is my website. It is also created by simple using HTML and all that things. And this image I added like similar thing that up what we added using image tag. Okay. So your job is also do the same task, but instead of this, you need to create this for image book names, book images, book price, and the download the book options. So now what happened? Uh, if you want to download something, you may have that particular PDF file with you. Okay, let's assume that I have one PDF file here. So download the sample. Suppose I have this PDF, suppose certificate. Okay, I will give this certificate over there in that same folder. Assume that okay, certificate.pdf file I have. Now what I want to do, I want to open that file or download that file. So for that, instead of now in second here, I will give the option. What we have, img slash certificate PDF. Instead of this, I will give the option as a download here. download, download. I can see that after opening your file, here we have option as a download. And if you click on this download button, that PDF file is opened. So when it actually downloading, okay. Whenever you're downloading something, means you're just giving the path where that resource is stored. Okay. You have to also download 2 3 PDF files, that books. Keep all book on particular folder and just add the link like this so that that particular file will be get downloaded. Okay. You getting your task. What you have to do, you have to create
Yes.
same page like that we are creating now. Like this. Okay, you have to download as well. Remember that. I will share you this sample code. Modify this code as per your need. Add here many book images, book name, book price, and the option is for downloads. And after click on download button, that book must be get downloaded. For that, you have to copy that file and put it into your folder and add that folder path. Even though if some book is in online, that book also you can give the path. Suppose let me show you something. Like either you can give the local path or some server path as well. Suppose assume that this is an image at somewhere. If you check that inspect, and if you see the image path here, right, where this image available now on a cloud server. Now instead of this image, if I do this path where this image is not available in local, but it is available on cloud server. So this image is now shown here. Oh, that may be, see, it is taking some time because it's coming from the cloud server. Got it? So if you have some
Yes.
resource where that PDF file is stored, the online path also you can give. But currently we don't have online path. You can go with the local path as well. See, both will work properly. There is no problems. Fine. So try this thing and complete that task. Okay, I will share you this file with you like this. Where is the WhatsApp now? Go to this WhatsApp. Go for the like points. So today we are going to learn about paragraph tag, okay, or form tag, form tag. Very interesting part it is. So just try to understand what kind of tag it is. So what you are going to learn, form tag. Okay, form tag means what? Uh, if you open any websites where you are doing a registration, login, or you are filling some feedback forms, everywhere have you seen that? If you open any website, for example, this is our website called Humming Bytes. If someone want to contact with us, so they are going to fill these forms. So can you see this? Name, email, project, and this. And after that, they will hit on this. Yeah, let me present my screen first. Fine. So we are talking about the form tags, where in many time what we are doing, we are feeding that form to store or share some data. Now can you see that? Is it visible now? Perfect. So I'm talking about this form tag. Can you see this input tags, email, project, messages? In many website, there is need to store some data, right? So how these forms are made, which HTML tag is used for this, and how to create this kind of button. That tag we are going to see today. Okay. So let's start how to create such a forms, which tag are used for that we are going to see. So for creating a form, there is an input type, input types equal to, there are many input types are there. For example, input type text. Okay. Then that text is made like this. Okay. So there are input type numbers. So there is number, we can enter only the number, then email, then input type date, input type times. So there are many form tags are there, input type tags are there. So let's create step by steps. For that, we can open our VS Code. I will create a new file called as a input.html exclamatory marks tag. So whatever we want to do the code within this body tag one. So let me give you some heading tag. For example, registration page, registration form. I will make it as a center. Okay. So I'll give the input type. See, there are many types are there: button, checkbox, color, date times, email, file, hidden, month, number, password, radio, range, and number of types are there. Okay. Let's use one by one. I will give the input type text. Perfect. So let me run this. So you'll come to know the one input type is get generated. Okay. So this is the same as the things that we are seeing here. Later on, they have added some CSS and color combination that also we are going to see later on. But as of now, we are getting this. So I can give the name. Suppose this is a name field. Name. Name field. Right. So I can enter a name here. Like in advanced Java, what we have seen the edit text field. Like that. There is an input type field. Similar manner we can create here, suppose email. So we need to give the input type email. So we can have here email. So now they are making on single line to break line. There is a one tag called a BR. BR stand for break line. And I can see that two text are in a different lines. One more BR you can do. So that for adding some extra space, BR tags. Perfect. Name, email. Suppose I want to queue the input type here number for storing mobile. Why we are using the input type number? Because it will not accept any string. Though you try to enter a string, it will not accept anything. And there is some numbering type only. So that's why it's a number. It will accept all the characters. This will at least accept special at the rate characters. Means all email properties, it need a dot, it need at the rate. So this is type. Depending on type, you have to enter your input types. Okay. So three types we have seen. Now the next name, email, mobile. Suppose you want to add your date of birth, so DOB. So for that, what you have to add input type date. That's all. I can see there is a date picker for selecting a date, right? Just click on this date picker. You can select your birth date as per you wanted. So maybe her birth being 2003 or 2. So you can click over here, go back directly like this. So these all are the built-in tags you already developed. You have to just select the year, any year. Suppose my birth date is 1992 February 2nd. So that date will be get selected. Okay. So you have seen the text type, email type, mobile type, and later on it is a date type. So now there is an option to select one. Like for example, you want to select the gender. So for that, I will add one paragraph tag here. Write a message that is select gender. Gender. So for this, we can't use this kind of text type, input type text, because user can enter anything value that will be get accepted. But there are gender purpose. We can use the input type radio. Input type radio. Okay. You can add the value here. For example, male. Then we can add female as well. Input type male and female. See, can you see this? This is male or female. Now, by default, both are get selected, but it actually not should not be done because at a time only one gender will be get selected. For that, we have to mm, add this two thing in a group. It's called a radio group. Just a minute. Radio group is an options group. Okay, let me add the value. It's GN. Here also the value as GN. There is a kind of things radio proof. Okay, let us check. Mhm. So it not be allowed to select both. We should select one at a time. For that, we need to make it as a group. Let's check the syntax for the radio group. Oh, we need something else. This. We need to select one at a time. Okay, the name attribute we need to use name attributes. Perfect. Fine. I have given the value. So to make a unique selection, we need to use name attributes. And I mean name is equal to gen. Here also the name is equal to gen. Now it will work. So either you can select male or female, right? So this kind of option we can use for the MCQs also, because one question and there are four options for the correct answer, and we are selecting one of the four. For that, what we need to do, we need to keep the name same for all radio buttons. Okay, there may be some nowadays there are third option is also there, that is a transgender, or you can say that other. So you can add male, female, and other, OTHER. So we have three option now, but out of this we can select at once. So either male, female, or others. Okay. Apart from this, there is a one more thing called a checkbox. For example, they'll ask you to select your favorite hobby. Select hobby. So the hobby may one person can have multiple hobbies. So at that time, we need to use input type as a checkbox. Okay. So for example, CRICKET cricket. Then later on, you can use the football or else any cricket games or any cricket, ball, hockey, and the chess. See, now we have four options: cricket, football, hockey, in the class, chess. So, hobby may be a multiple hobby you can have. That's why there is a multiple option selection. So for the multi selection, you need to use a check box. For the single selection, use radio buttons. Hmm, Question. Got it? Hello. Right. So now one more thing. We need a button as well, right? So go for the button now. Input type button. Okay. Give the name for the button using value. खा लिया खाना? Hmm. Input ये नहीं है क्या? PR tags. बड़ा क्या है just Input type text, input type email, mobile, or date of birth, gender, checkbox. Uh, one more type. Wednesday. Okay. So, आप क्या कर रहे हो अभी? क्या क्या कर रहे हो? HTML। क्या मतलब HTML में क्या कर रहे हो? नहीं, मेरा इसका ही मौसी का लड़का है, उसको पढ़ाता हूँ मैं स्कूल में, CBSE बोर्ड। मतलब वो ऑनलाइन है? हाँ, अभी वो किधर रहता है? बैंगलोर में। आप यहाँ कर्नाटक टच कर रहे हो, उसको दिख रहा है क्या? गूगल मीट। आप भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं। अच्छा। उनको ये सारे 8 और 9 स्टैंडर्ड में ही है, जो अभी हम पढ़ाते हैं। हाँ, कितने बच्चे? अकेला है वो। मैं सुनता रहता हूँ। कौन पढ़ रहा है? वही नहीं, जो मेरे आपसे से कुछ नहीं था। Input that time is also there, so you can select the time as well. तो सुनने पे समझ में आ जाता है? उसमें रिवीजन करता हूँ बेसिक कोर्स एक बार। Okay, so one more, there is a type that is called a drop down, so that एक also you बार can take. मैंने आंसर तो हो जाता है। अब ये अटैक है। सीखना आप सीख जाओगे ना, मुझे आना ना पता नहीं। कम से कम उसी बहाने पूना से बाहर फिर हाँ, नासिक से बाहर निकलता है। इनपुट टाइप टाइम एड बी अटैक हियर। नहीं तो नासिक से बाहर ही नहीं निकलेंगे। नहीं। इनपुट टाइप टेक्स्ट, ईमेल, मोबाइल, डेट, रेडियो, टाइम in the checkbox. One more type called a drop down. बहुत बेसिक लेवल का है, 10% तक होगा। HTML हाँ, स्टार्ट किया है, स्कूल में क्या ही होगा। स्कूल में हाँ, 8 स्टैंडर्ड। CBSE बोर्ड है, ICSE बोर्ड है उसका। इनपुट सिलेक्ट क्या देख रहा है लगातार। कितने घंटे देखता है एक दिन? और मैं अभी 48 मिनट का वीडियो है। सिलेक्ट सिलेक्ट कितना देखा? 45 मिनट। 3 मिनट और बचे। वो भी देर इज एन ऑप्शन टैग, ऑप्शन। कितना देख लिया अभी, देखने लगता है। तो 48 मिनट में कितना कैप्चर हुआ? Suppose let's add a select your highest education. और एक आंखों से नीचे से आप सुन के एक बार हो गए हो तो मतलब पढ़ाने के बाद भी पढ़ा ही रहे देख के हो। सिलेक्ट सिटी। रिवीजन करना पड़ता है सर, यही होता है भाई। मैंने कोई कभी किताब छुआ नहीं। और कोई किताब से हट नहीं मैं। आपके और सर में बहुत डिफरेंस है। नासिक, पुणे, सर नहीं होगा। बहुत मुंबई, जमीन आसमान का फर्क है। एंड ना, वो एक बार में वो चीज देख लेता उसको याद हो जाए एक बार में। See, now we have choice. Let add here break light. फिर पूछेगा 2-3 घंटे बाद तो नहीं बता, क्योंकि वो पढ़ने में पहले से ही तेज। हाई स्कूल में इसका पेपर में फोटो आया। इसका see, all things we have done. You can see any type, any form you can open. Apart from this, there is no types. Either you can enter text, email, number, date type, radio type, checkbox, or a drop down. Okay. Let us open the Facebook website. You can see there is a form tag for the registration. Which type of tag they have used? You can see that there is a text type, there is a like a radio type is there, right? And there is a drop down types. That's all of things we have used. Text type also, this date also you can use, radio buttons, so drop down. Apart from this, there is one more type called a check box. Okay. So you have to create the same page, or you can take any registration form and add like this. Okay. Let's add a name, email, date of birth, mail. So time is also types. You can use any times AM, PM. For example, you want to add a start time, close time, at that time. Select hobby and select city. Okay. Like this, you can use this form and click on register button. Okay. So later on, what we are going to do, we are going to connect this form data to our database. Okay. That we are going to learn in JSP. But now, it's just an input forms. The thing that we have done in AWT Swing, the same thing we have to do with the HTML as well. But we will take a support of JSP and servlets. Okay. So your job is to create such a forms having this field and create one registration form. So adding Marathi font in HTML. So basically, go here, mar dot html dot html, which is not created dot. I click rename. Here's a rename option. This dot html exclamatory marks tab. Okay, by default, if you see that the HTML lang is given what? EN. So EN stand for English language. And if you want to write Marathi language, so there is a MAR tag with there. MR. Just change that EN to MR. Perfect. Now you can directly use the Marathi font. Let us check a heading tag. Within this heading tag, if I want to add any Marathi tags or any Marathi names, for example, this Namaskar. It's simple. Yesterday we're not able to add the Marathi font, but this is a way to write a Marathi tag. Just change this font size or lang name. See, perfect. So, is there any need somewhere you need to write some other language format? So, at that time, you need to change this lang types. Okay, by default, it is English. But if you want to specify some language, then you can go for this Marathi and everything. So, let's check all possible type of many languages. Sometime Ari, you may write to contain like in using a Portugal for language. Yeah. So that maybe have some format as well. Even you can check that. But most of time they are used English, right? Over there. So do you know how to speak Portuguese? No. Oh, it's explaining all the types. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. That list I wanted. You can see that there is a different types for Marathi, MR, Hindi, English, Kannada, Gujarati, Tamil Nadu, Telugu. So there are many n number of languages. In English, there is EN by default. English UK, Arabic, Chinese, Spanish, German, Japanese, Russian. But they have given all the thing but except from Portugal. Yes, yeah, that is also question, right? So let us ask. Mostly 99% what happened. Uh, we can use the English only, and there is a translator option. Which language do you want to convert? Okay, based on that, we can use the conversion. You can see that as soon as I run this program, there is an option I have got. See, translate to, and how many language you have? So many language you have, right? So by default, Google will give you the extension to convert into any language. So there may be Portugal if I found it was there. Yeah, Portug. This, yeah, I can translate it at Portugal. See, yeah, I don't know how to like it's Ola Aja. Exterm texto namaste. It means welcome, right? Yeah, perfect. So exactly that thing only written in Marathi. Namaskar. This is a Marathi content. In Portugal, it is something else. Okay, doesn't matter. But you got the things. So whichever the text you want to use, just change, make a change in the here. The HTML language equal to something. Like there are many things that are given. It's a single two-digit changes. So as per it, you can do the change. And let's check how to use the good question by Majud, like how to use multiple lang at a same time. Is there any way to write? Let us check. Okay, see, is there a very simple thing? You cannot use the multiple language at the same time in an HTML tag, but you can use a different language inside with the same page. There is some different object. See, directly by default, HTML support only one language, but in between, you want to write multiple languages. So you can use in other tag, like in paragraph tag using lang is equal to. So with the help of this lang tag, you can specify the anything, whichever the language you want to use, and as per you can use this. Okay, Pramod, got it? Okay, so for example, I want to multiple language. So for that, there is an option. So with the help of this, you can use multiple language. But directly in HTML lang, there is only one option. But in between, you can go with this lang tag equal to this. Yesterday we are facing issue. That's why I said that you can just write what uh, take the screenshot of this and add an image. But this is a full and final option that we can use any language text. So that's a better. Okay, fine. Up to now, we have done so many things with HTML, heading tag, paragraph tag. There are multiple tag as well. Even though in last session we have done form tag as well, right? But still, whatever you've done, they're all in black and whites. We have no color we are using and nothing. Okay. By default, HTML provide. Oh, okay. Let tell me that this is a language which is an Arabic, right? And it is by default given at the left side. Can you tell me why? If you know something, then you can able to tell us. If not, uh-huh. Exactly. So just imagine what kind of thinking they have keep in their mind while upgrading language by default giving it the level. Okay. So this is called a thinking. So this kind of thinking you must have while doing a code, right? Means in general, we need to have all the general language, all the general scenario, so that will look good. Suddenly, I realized like we have added this language, but it's not looking here, and this is here. Okay, by default, there are people right from the left side. Perfect. So now, what I try to say, see, in HTML by default, there are two things. You can able to add a background as well as a text color, right? So there is a body tag. There is a one tag called a background, and suppose I want to give the background as a red here. And now you can check that file. Oh, not background, there is a BG color, sorry. PG color. No, yeah, it's black. Perfect. And if you want to make a text color, so there is only one option called text equal to, suppose white, white. Cool. So in HTML by default there are two property. You can add the background and the text color. But the problem with this thing is it will entirely change the background, the entire page, and the text will make all the text. It may be the anything. It may be any other languages. It may be HTML. It may be paragraph tag. It may be anything. All the color will get changed. Okay. So this is a problem. Actually, seen that. What if you want to make a color of this Marathi a different, Hindi for the difference, and this Urdu for the difference, Kannada for the difference? So that is not possible with this basic text in the background color tag. So design the as per the way you want it. For that, there is a next thing they need to learn that is called a CSS. That is cascading style set. Okay. With the help of that, we can arrange this text in the left, right, in between. We can increase the size. We can add a different color to the different text. So many things we can do with the CSS. So that is specially made to design or beautify the page. With the help of HTML, we can just design, but we cannot beautify because we have limited controls for giving text, for adding background, for making margin. A lot of things we can't do with the HTML. We can just statically design the page. But to make it beautify, there is a content called a CSS. That is a cascading style set. Got it? Getting? Okay. So up to now, whatever we have done, so you can use this tag as well, like that is a background and red. And I will give some picture page in picture format. Okay, like and you have to try to design the same page with the help of all this content, like a background color, text color, or you can say that heading, paragraph, listing, table structure. Even though there is some kind of image, sometime you can make a use of HR tag. So many things you can use to combine all this thing to complete that task. Getting? So the very important point today we have done that is a different language we can use. So last time we were facing that problem. The second thing, we can able to give the text color as well as a background color. So by default background is a white and the text is of course it is a black. Perfect. So to make more beautify or make more adjustable, for that we need to learn CSS. That we can learn later on. So there is one more point is pending in the HTML. That is we can able to add video as well as audio tag. Okay, that will take separately tomorrow. How to make a video preview, how to make a audio preview. That all thing we can do by tomorrow. Okay. So complete all the pending tasks and I will share this file as well. Okay. Now onward, after every lecture, I will assign you the task and you have to complete that. Okay. So that simultaneously you can do the practice as well. So that will be better. And you are doing task in good way. So that's a good thing. Because by practicing only we can learn a lot of things. Otherwise, I will keep taking a lecture and keep completing the things. So that will be not that much useful. So now you can use a combination of any language to complete that task. I will share you the sample screens. You have to design a same screen with the help of HTML and the basic tags, whatever you learn up to now. Okay. So I have given the 10 tasks. You have any problem with the task? So whichever the task you are not doing, almost are we have done the 6 pages. Like total there are 10 tasks. Out of you have done 10, 6, right? Try to complete that as well. In any task you're facing problem, you can ask me. Okay, perfect. So tomorrow also we can connect in the same time, and I will give you the task by tomorrow morning. You have to complete it by evening. Okay, perfect. So adding audio and video tag in image or in HTML. So the very first you need one audio and video, like we have the cat sound and the cat video. Just copy this, go to our Visual Studio Code, create one folder which must be the outside of that image folder. It is creating like this. Let's go. Yeah. So I'll give the folder name as resource, right? And I will paste that audio and video over there. So for adding path, audio and video, we need to use this path resource slash cat.mp3 or catsound.mp4, whatever it may be. So let's create one simple HTML page as usual. Okay, go there, resource only or outside this. So let first I want to create a sound, sound sound.html. Okay, exclamatory marks, this tab. Okay, so for using audio, there is a tag called audio tag, AUDIO. Okay, in that there are some property for adding path and some basic properties are there. That property we are going to use for add audio tags. Okay, let's check which audio tag we have or the properties that we need to use to add a audio tag. See, there is a audio tag, and in that we need to give the source. In source, you have to pass the source path like source, and we have audio, and that name of audio is catsound.mp3. So source src is equal to res slash catsound.mp3, and it is type is audio slash mpg. Right? So browser does not support this audio tag. If it is not supported, it will get this message, or else we have proper message as a cat sound. Let's check now whether that audio is showing or not. Hmm. Audio, okay, two audio tag we have used. Remove this audio tag. See, now we can see this is an audio control. This controls give that all controls. So if you remove these controls and now you try to check, we're not going to see anything. So adding these controls and show all the options. Which are the controls we can able to play and pause, we can mute the sound, we can download it from here as well. Okay. So now if we click on this button, that sound will be get played. Right? Fine. So we can able to add the sound. In similar manner, we can add image as well. If you already know how to add an image. And now go for the video tag. Let's make it as a center first. Center tag. Go there. Yes. Okay. What I want to do, I want to show the image of that animal, and inside there is a sound of. So we need a cat image. So go to Google and search for the cat image. You already have a cat image, so better way to use this image only. Go there. We already have an image folder. Pasted the image in that is name as an avatar. So this is avatar. Before this, we want to add an image tag. So image is img src is equal to img slash avatar.png. Okay, you can see that how the pages look like. See, or something is missed. The cat sound is showing that means you're not closing that tag. Check that tag. Yes, this tag is not closing here. Fine. So either you can give the break line as well so that it will show into a new line, a break tag. You will add some size, height and width. Height is suppose 150. I'll give the width also the 150. Perfect. So this is a cat sound. You can see that. Perfect. You can mute as well. You can forward, backwards. So many things we can do. Even if you want to download, it will get download. If you want to playbacks, that also work. Speed is also showing. If you want to play normally, slow, hard. So this all this control by default comes. Like I'm saying very slow, play very slowly. See how it playing. Oh, see now the speed very slow. And if you want to make it faster, that also you can do like in 2x manner, right? So all this control by default comes. So based on that, we can use. Okay, so now there is one more tag that is called video tag. We can also add the video as well. So image we can add audio, and now we'll go for the video tags. So for adding video tag, I will give the BR tag here for the next line. Now see the video tag. Only one thing we need to change, that is instead of audio, we can use here a video tag. Perfect. And the same thing in that we need to pass the source. Only the type is get changed. Instead of audio, we can use a video. Let's check, cross check once. Video tag. Okay. Audio in the similar manner, there is a video tag as well. Everything is same. Generally, the resource type is get changed. See now instead of that, we need to pass MP4. Fine. Also, we can add height and width as well. So just copy this video tag. Okay, we have a MP4 file with us, so we can use a MP4. What is your file name here? And there is a resource folder cat.mp4 types. Okay, and I can go there and see that. We have this image tag. This is an audio. This is a video. Right? Both the things we can play simultaneously. Right? All good. So these are the sounds. And based on this control, we can develop one basic website as well. So there are many websites which are just basically showing the animal sound and animal images. Okay, let me show you some website and the similar page we want to create. So there are many website like assume that animal sound, animal sound. Okay, website. So let's check the animal sound. We just basic things we want to implement. It is very funky, lot of color combination they have used. As of now, we can just make up simple controls and try to arrange in some good format. See, you can able to see this. So now it is they are using some card and color combination. But if you remember that we have a list tag, order list and unordered list. Okay. In similar manner, you have to like I don't know which animal it is. Just known. This is cat. So click on this cat. Like this is a monkey, a lion is a pig, horse. Perfect. So we have to collect different sound. We can arrange it in a list manner or in a table format, and so that you can play the particular sound based on the animal that you have selected. Right. So accordingly, this task we need to do. As of now, we just have a HTML tag with us. As soon as we go for the bootstrap and CSS and JavaScript, then we can make a color combination and arrangement of like this as well. But as of now, just based on this simple tag, we need to arrange it properly. So let me arrange one thing as some proper manner. And accordingly, you can use multiple animals, multiple sound at one place. Okay. So we can do it with by using HT or TRTD tag as well. So let's go create one more files called animal animal.html. Okay, I will create here a table tag, table tag. In that, I want to give some table heading is there. First of all, the ID. Sorry, this is an ID. Again, I will give animal name, image, and the sound. Perfect. So this four tag I want to use. First one is an ID. Second one is animal name. Then we can view the play the sound of that animal names and image of that animal. I am AGE. Then I want to play a sound of that animal. Last one is what? A video of that animal. I'm going to add only one animals. Okay. Rest of thing you need to find a different kind of animal images. There are sounds and small video. So like audio AUDIO. Friends. After that, we can use a TR for the table row here, and here is a table data. It is ID is one. Then secondly, can give the name, image, audio, and video. Like that, we have a name called as a cat. We have an image here. So let's use this image tag from this image tag. Then later we have audio tag. So let's make a use of this audio tag over here. And then later on we have a video tags. You can minimize the height and width of that size as well. Like I will just instead of do the 200 by 200. You can go there, add properly a center tag, close that center tag, the end. Perfect. Then after that, you can add some heading tag over here. H1 animal sound. Perfect. Let's check how it look. Okay. We can add the border as well. So for that, we can make a table border one. Fine. So all the things we are at one place. We can see this is a cat. How cat look like this? What is the sound of that cat? Is like this. See this video as well. So all things are at one place. Even though if you want to add some background colors, so that also you can do like an BG color. So BLACK black. You can see that the text WHI white. Perfect. So you can use a many combination so that you can create the list of animals. Either you can take a bird as well as animals, anything you can want to take. So your task is to be generate such a pages where added different images and audio and video as well. You can find the many website from where you can download image, sound, and like let me tell you that download the sound, animal sound. See, so see there are many sounds available are there. So you can download the way you want. See there is a download button as well. First of all, check the sound. Like these are the bird sounds are there. Right? It's simple things. So you can download this sound and add that sound. Okay, perfect. Once you add a one thing, so same thing will be repeated again and again. So there is no need to write again and again things. For example, I want to add a one more things. So I just need to repeat this tr tag. So like this. Okay, see, just replace the names, audio, and video. So keep on adding this so that your website will be done like this. Got it? So this will be the one task so that our HTML basic things will be done. And later on we can go with an CSS. And CSS will allow many controls so that we can design, we can add different fonts, colors, sizes, shapes. So many things we can get within CSS property. But with the basic HTML tag, we can do this kind of things. Perfect. So this is use of audio, video, and the image tag in HTML.